Hi, our conversation today is going to be around child support. So I hope I bring you some valuable tools and information for your divorce journey. So the provincial laws also have rules around child support, but most of those are similar to the federal ones, and therefore will revert back to the calculations and the tables that are designed federally. Across Canada, there are two different softwares that professionals will use, regardless of whether you're a lawyer or a mediator or a neutral or an arbitrator. They all will use one or two different softwares, and those software will take the inputs, which is how much does mom make, how much does dad make, or in the same-sex couples, how much do the partners make, are you sharing the kids 50-50 or some other residential care, and how many kids, and then that will spit out the child support calculation. And that number is basically non-negotiable. Where a lot of fighting will happen around the calculation of child support is not in what the number is that's going to be paid, but rather what is the income that is driving that number. And that's where a lot of debate and argument can go, and time needs to be spent to make sure you're using the proper income to generate that number. With regards to the calculations, if you are sharing them, we'll use 50-50, although I hate using percentages when it comes to children, but let's say 50-50. Then it's typically you take what the highest person would pay minus what the lowest person would pay, and that's the number that is exchanged. Remember though, you cannot negotiate out of this number. That is the number that must be paid. And the other thing, the payer, you cannot tell the payee how they're going to spend that money. That money is paid to the parent of the lower income household, and that money is to be spent how they deem that they want to spend it. In the case where it's not 50-50, then in that case the person who doesn't have their child, regardless of what their income is, whether it's lower or higher than the person who has residential care, will pay child support. So that's kind of some general rules around child support. So the equation is actually quite simple. Have a great co-parenting plan based on what's in the best interest of everybody. Determine your party's incomes. Consider the fluctuations. Set out details on extraordinary expenses. Avoid percentages when talking about kids. And guess what? Your kids can have financial security, and so can you. Thanks for joining me today for another episode of Let's Talk Divorce. I hope you got some valuable information, some tools, and you know that there is light at the end of this tunnel. Please tune in every second week as I bring you more information for your hopefully not too long journey through divorce, and I hope you find them valuable. If you'd like, I'd love it for you to share with other people and subscribe, and I would certainly and love getting your comments about what I can bring to you that helps you in your journey through divorce.